Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Once there was two Indians and a cowboy, and they were walking through the woods, and all of a sudden they came along this cave, and that first Indian walks up to the cave and he goes, "Woo! Woo!" into the cave. And then after a minute or two he hears a "Woo! Woo!" coming out of the cave. So the Indian rips all of his clothes off and runs into the cave. That kind of confused that cowboy, and he says to the other Indian, well, why did he do that? And the other Indian, he says, well, in our tribe, that's how we mate. All the women go out and get in these caves, and the men walk up to the cave and holler into the cave, and if they get a response, they know that they can go in and mate. And the cowboy says, well, that's an odd ritual. And the Indian said, well, in our tribe, that's how we do it. And they go on down the forest, and they come along another cave. And that Indian walks up to the cave and goes, "Woo, woo!" And then he hears a "woo, woo" coming out of the cave. And he rips all his clothes off and he runs into the cave. Well, that leaves that cowboy standing there by himself. He said, well, I'll go on through the woods. And he comes to a big cave, bigger than the last two caves. He said, boy, there's probably no telling how many women in here. So he hollers into this big old cave. He goes, "Woo, woo!" And sure enough, he hears a "woo, woo!" So that cowboy rips all his clothes off and runs into the cave. And the next morning in the newspaper it says, naked cowboy gets hit by train. Later.